What's up, guys? It's your boy Spidey Productions, and today we got a new episode of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1 premiere. And I just did watch the first episode. So what I'm going to do is, just like I did when Star Wars The Clone Wars came out, I'm going to do my review of every episode. And yes, it's going to be spoiler, so I will put that in the description. It is a spoiler review, because why not? But so yeah, I literally just finished the episode, and dude, this was a long premiere. Like, it was like half an hour, like a half an hour. Like, I heard rumors that people were saying that the first episode's supposed to be like half an hour long, and it's understandable why, because it was really long. Like, it was really good too. Like, I actually very enjoyed the first episode. So it obviously takes place after season 1, where Mando is now tasked with taking Baby Yoda to his kind, Jedi. He's supposed to find some Jedi. But he believes that if he can find a Mandalorian that can help him find the Jedi, he can be able to locate them and give them to him. So he's looking for a Mandalorian. And he was talking to this guy who was in this like type of arena wrestling match with those piglet creatures that were Jabba the Hutt's bodyguards or whatever, which was really cool. I like that they put that in there. And he got information that a bounty hunter or a Mandalorian, I keep saying bounty hunter because I'm so used to that, a Mandalorian lives on Tatooine. Now, if you remember from last season, there was an episode where Melinda May, if you don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the actress who plays either Mulan or Melinda May, I forgot her actual name, but she was a character in episode 5 who was like this assassin, right? And she was killed by that dude. And someone picked her up. And people were speculating that it was possibly Boba Fett or whatever the case may be. And then when we heard that the actor who played the other clones in the first 3 episodes, or the first 2 episodes of the prequels, the clone, the guy who models the clones in real life, in live action, I heard that he was supposed to play, who was supposed to be in this episode, he was supposed to be in this season. And I was like, okay, so maybe he's possibly going to be Rex or Boba Fett or whoever. And I assume it's Boba Fett because I figured, because they showed him at the end of the season 1, that episode. So I was like, okay. So in this episode, they go to find the Mandalorian, and we see some familiar faces. We see that lady who was also in episode 5, the last time he went to Tatooine. And he goes to this other town that's on Tatooine. And when he goes there, he finds the guy who's not a Mandalorian, but he's wearing Mandalorian armor. And it's Boba Fett's armor that he's wearing, which is super cool. This guy was wearing Boba Fett's armor. Now, he said he bought it off some Jawas. And I'm curious where the Jawas got it from. Because if possibly Boba Fett is still alive, how does he have the armor? Or how did he lose the armor? Well, for one, how did he survive? How did he get out of the Sarlacc pit? And 2, how did he lose his armor and the Jawas stole it or bought it, whatever? I assume they stole it. How'd the Jawas take it? And then he was able to buy it, and then he was able to use it to protect the town. So Mando was obviously like, no, this is my people's armor. You're not a Mandalorian. I need it back. So he agreed to give it back to him. In exchange, he helps him save the town from, I forgot what it was called, but it was a dragon, basically. And it was a big dragon. It said that it ate, like, I saw it eat a wampa. Like 2 wampas in this episode. And it was huge. It also said that it ate a Sarlacc pit. And if you remember, if you're a Star Wars fan and you've seen the movies, the Sarlacc pit at the end of episode 6, which was when Jabba was throwing Luke and the others into that creature, that was a Sarlacc pit. And it was crazy that it said that dragon ate a Sarlacc pit, because that's a huge creature. Like, that's big. So if it ate that, that's nuts. So, because it said it was hiding out in an abandoned Sarlacc pit. So that's crazy. So anyway, so afterwards, the guy agreed to give the armor back in exchange. Mando helps him kill that creature. So they go after the creature, and they work with sand people. Apparently the sand people are trying to kill the creature too. So they make an agreement and a deal with sand people and the people of the town. If they work together, they can kill the creature and they can have peace, so the sand people won't raid their village and they won't have to go kill them. So it works. It works in everybody's favor. So it was a sick action fight where we got to see Mando use the jetpack, the rifle, and everything. We also get to see this dude in action with the Boba Fett armor, and he was pretty good working with that Boba Fett armor. He was pretty good in it. So it was dope to see that they were both like a bounty hunter or a guy who was wearing Boba Fett's armor and Mando doing this, and it was badass. It was really cool. And then, all in all, they defeat the creature by letting Mando getting swallowed into it and blowing up its belly from the inside with bombs. And it was super cool. And then afterwards, he gets the armor back. So I wonder if he's going to take it back to other Mandalorians when he finds them. He's going to give Boba Fett's armor back to them. So, okay, that was the end. And then we see the actor who plays the clones at the end of the episode. It was him. So I was like, okay, so if he's on Tatooine, it has to be Boba Fett. There's no one else it could be. It has to be Boba Fett. And the way he looked, his face and everything was awesome. Like, he looked super cool. Because at first I didn't recognize him. I was like, wait a minute. And then I took a good look. I was like, yeah, that's Boba Fett. Holy crap. That's him. He looked freaking awesome, dude. Like, he looked badass. So yeah, man, it was awesome to see Boba Fett. If that is, I'm sure that's him. See Boba Fett. But then, yeah, that raises the question. How did Boba survive the Sarlacc pit? How did he lose his armor to Jawas? Was he ever going to get it back? Like, those are the mysterious questions. Is he going to be an enemy in this season? Possibly. Like, it's crazy because I think Boba Fett wasn't really a Mandalorian either. Because Jango Fett wasn't a Mandalorian. He was just wearing Mandalorian armor. Yeah, because I think they said that. Boba Fett was just, Jango Fett was a bounty hunter who got his hands on Mandalorian armor and was just a guy wearing the armor. And then Boba Fett was similar. He wore Mandalorian armor, but they never said where they got it from for either or of them. So it was cool. So now he has Boba Fett's armor. He's probably going to take it back to other Mandalorians when he finds them. But yeah, all in all, those are my questions. How is Boba Fett alive? How did he lose his armor? Was he ever planning on getting it back? And is he going to be a possible villain? Because we already know Moff Gideon is going to be the main villain of this season. Because he also has the Darksaber. So I'm curious as to how this whole series or this whole season is going to wrap itself up. Now, we already know, if you haven't been reading possible predictions of people who's going to be in this show, don't listen to this. But we already know that Rosario Dawson's going to play as Ahsoka Tano, live action. So Ahsoka is going to possibly make an appearance in this season. So question is, another prediction, is Mando going to give Baby Yoda or the child to Ahsoka? And Ahsoka is going to watch over the child. And if that's the case, they also said that Ahsoka may possibly get a Disney Plus show. We don't know if it's going to be live action since Rosario Dawson is going to play Ahsoka live action, or if it's going to be animated. If it were me, I would prefer it to be animated because we're so used to Ahsoka being animated from Clone Wars and Rebels. But then again, since Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka live action, they probably want to put more live action Ahsoka out there rather than put just as much live action Ahsoka out there as much as the animated Ahsoka is out there. So they probably want to have it live action. If it's live action, I won't have a problem with that. But like I said, we'll just have to see how Rosario Dawson does. Because I've seen Rosario Dawson in many roles. She's freaking awesome. Like, the role I've seen her in that I like her the most is when she plays Claire in the Marvel Netflix shows. Because she was in all those shows pretty much, except Punisher. But she was in most of the shows, in Defenders, and she was awesome. So I'm curious as to how she's going to play Ahsoka. And like I said, I've known Ahsoka since Star Wars The Clone Wars first came out. Like, I watched the movie when it first came out. I watched the Clone Wars show when it first came out. I rewatched it, obviously, when it came out for Season 7. I did the reviews for all of that. Ahsoka's been on a roll lately. She's been literally probably the almost best female character in Star Wars, besides Princess Leia and Padme. Like, she's been best Star Wars character so far. So I'm curious as to how Rosario Dawson is going to play that role, live action, because that's never been done before. Like, we know Anakin's been played by Hayden Christensen live action, and Obi-Wan's been played by Ewan McGregor live action, who's going to get a Kenobi series, which takes place between episode 3 and 4. So curious as to how Rosario Dawson's going to play as Ahsoka, which takes place after episode 6. And we know that Ahsoka is alive after episode 6, and she's wearing kind of like a Gandalf the White outfit. So curious as to see what Ahsoka's going to be doing, what her new powers are, whatever. Who knows? So there's a lot of questions, a lot of predictions. All in all, this was a 10 out of 10 episode for me, season premiere. Like, I was surprised that it was so long, but it was well deserved to be that long because of what was going on in the episode. And honestly, I felt like I felt like it wasn't long enough. Even though the episode was like half an hour, I felt like that wasn't even long enough. But it was a really good episode. So I am very impressed for this season premiere. I can't wait. If you guys like this review and review for this episode, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts were of this episode. If you've already seen it, for people who have not seen it, just put like a spoiler warning. Like I said, I've already seen it, so it doesn't matter, but put a spoiler warning so that other people don't get spoiled by it. Just, in case people don't want to see it or whatever. If you guys have any questions, if you have any thoughts, if you guys have any like predictions you want to share with me, please do. I would love to know what you guys think, because it might also help my predictions. Now, as you know, I'm already a decent Star Wars fan. Like, I've watched all the movies, I've watched the TV shows, I played the games. Like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I pretty much know most of everything. Now, I'm not saying I know everything, because there are things I don't know, but the majority I know. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Let me know your predictions and everything. And I will see you guys next time in the next episode. Peace.